Hello lovelies, today we're talking everybody's favorite category, shoes. Shoes are a girl's best friend. They always fit, they finish an outfit, and they can transform the most basic looks into something that's editorial, chic, and an entire fashion moment. So today we're putting our best foot forward and we're covering 9 out-of-style shoes for summer and what to wear instead. As a reminder, please think of fashion trends as sport, something that you can watch and partake in and dabble in, but nothing to take to heart and feel like you have to do it. Fashion trends are about inspiration, and you remember like the first day of school, like it would come back in September year after year, and then during the summer you had transformed into like a completely new upgraded version of yourself because you couldn't wait because you had your new outfit and potentially a new hairdo or a new crush or whatever it was, and you would show up and feel like magically transformed. This is what fashion trends are about. They're about having that feeling of that first day of school. This is what this channel is all about. It's about finding your best style today, not when everything falls perfectly into place so that you feel amazing and confident in your own skin. Because if you do, you can do anything. Welcome back. And if you're new, I'm Zeba. Make sure to hit the subscribe and the notification bell so that you don't miss a video when I do post a new video. I'm on it for you, hunting the most wearable trends, doing a lot of trial and error on myself, shopping across the internet to find you the best deals and the most value for your money so that you make smart purchasing decisions. The first shoe trend that's out of style for summer 2026 are the dad sneakers, distressed sneakers, fake dirty shoes that we saw so much 2018 all the way through probably like 2023. These are just not seen anymore. And so we want to have that easy, approachable summer feel that the season inspires. These sneakers are not it. Instead, taking a huge cue from soccer core, which yes, it is a thing, move over tennis core. Just kidding, I still love tennis core, but move over, make some room for soccer core. The World Cup is here. Even if you're not a football fan, very much all over the peripheries. And so don't be surprised if you start seeing ADIDAS stripes everywhere. And this are the shoes that are super trendy right now. And if you want more super hot summer trends that are a little bit out there, that are very new compared to other summers, make sure to check out this video where I share some of the most viral trends going on right now that we haven't seen before. So we're looking for stripes, low profile, very clean cut, minimalist type of shoe that is very wearable. It can also look really elegant, even if you're wearing it with dresses or trousers and just look very chic. So the ones that I really love are these by QUINCE. I have them, love them. They also have them in a black and white and a white and black. I have them in the brown and cream color. And then the other ones that are beautiful and under 100 are these Tokyo ones by ADIDAS. They're super sleek and look so phenomenal. I may or may not have them in my cart. A fun shoe that is a bestseller here in our community is this one, the 327. Nordstrom has so many varieties, more so than any other retailer, and I have everything linked here on YouTube Shopping. So if you're watching this on your desktop or mobile, then everything will be down here below, sitting like below the title. If you're watching this on your television, you can scan the QR code that I put on intermittently so that you can have a link to all of the shoes that I'm talking about all in one place. And by the way, thank you so much for shopping my links. Number 2 is hilarious. Flip-flops are out of style for summer 2026. But seriously though, like if you're showing up in the classic, flip-flops that you get just to like do the Florida pool vacation in, you know how sometimes like you're at the airport and like you're just like, oh my gosh, I need some flip-flops, and like you're just grabbing like some rubber ones, or no, you can't do that anymore. Flip-flops are intentional, just like everything else is in 2026. So what kind of flip-flops are we looking for instead? The fancy ones, of course. We're talking deliberate square toes, leather, better, more high-end quality materials that aren't just your classic rubber, disposable kind of flip-flops that you get at the end of like a wedding. You know how sometimes like the weddings have like a basket with flip-flops? That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for forever flip-flops, which I love that. And the other thing that, you have to be under a rock to not have seen these are the heeled flip-flops. Yes. Can we think of a more uncomfortable shoe? Can you? If you can, please let me know here below. I feel like I look at these, believe me, I think they look amazing. And I've seen so many beautiful ones, and if you can get them and you can wear them, more power to you. I'm low-key jealous. You're teeter-tottering on with no support around your foot. You also are at an angle, so your foot keeps like angling towards in a menacing way, may I add, with that leather strap right between your feet. Okay, they look beautiful, but I don't know if they're gonna work. I will say that one exception that was built so much better are these by Sezane that are cut in a way that have a lot of support for your bunions and kind of like the sides of your feet. So they're not like a true flip-flop where your foot's out on its own. You really do have like more like something holding you up. Our beauty is pain. And I did a really funny Reels video on Instagram the other day where I said, RIP to my feet, it's summer again. Because it's true, it's like winter, I feel like I can wear these really comforting boots that are just hugging my foot and protecting it. In the summer, it's like blisters, the elements, like they're out there, they're getting dirty. But if you want something like this, Margot has beautiful ones. Anthropologie, QUINCE just came out with some that are running low in stock. So if you see some you like, make sure to grab them in your size. The third trend that's out of style are the Gladiator sandals. And let me know if you ever wore these. I actually missed the boat on these because I felt like they were so complicated to put on that it just deterred me to ever go for it, even though I thought they looked kind of very powerful, almost like a warrior princesses type of vibe that sounds like I'm making fun of it, but I did like the way it looked, at least from an editorial standpoint, but I just never participated. In any case, these are just feeling a little bit, maybe high maintenance, maybe too warrior princess. Instead, we're still in a cage, literally that's what they're called, a cage or accordion sandals and pumps that look like they have also a lot of busyness, a lot of that strappiness that we're really looking for. Usually kind of come out like a starburst. That's really beautiful actually, and it comes from like a center point. Cognac has gorgeous snakeskin ones that look really comfortable actually. Snakeskin is a strong, elegant alternative to any other animal print. It just looks really elevated. Also, Anthropologie has several that are beautiful. Revolve does these sexy shoes really well. One of my favorite personal favorites is Ines has a couple of them that I love. I have a 15% off discount code for their website, Ziva15, 15% off site-wide. I love these heels. They're kind of remind me of Ralph Lauren, which they incorporate a trend, but they make it timeless. Because all this strappiness is so trendy right now, one of the best-selling shoes is this strappy kitten heel sandal. It's available in a few colors and elongates your legs and also holds your foot in so that doesn't have any type of discomfort, and they're padded in the ball of the foot. Now, if you want to splurge, Chloe and Celine have beautiful cagey accordion pump sandals that, I mean, are runway ready. Number 4 are Peep toe pumps. This is like historically a very kind of like 80s sexy shoe that just shows your toes, big toe and then the toe next to it. And then it kind of creates like some toe cleavage kind of all around. These are feeling dated according to experts, but hypocritically enough though, you know what is in style is kind of the Peep frontal load, if you will. So where you're showing not just your first 2 toes, but like all of your toes have, again, a very slender, minimal heel. And that's kind of the main theme around all of these really in style shoes this summer is they're all elegant, minimal, and don't compete with the outfit. They just kind of like, boop, finishing touch. These mules that are beautiful and also very 90s coded. And I also have a video on how to style the 90s. Go ahead there after this. These remind me of the 90s. But so if you want something like this, Anthropologie again comes through, Stod, QUINCE, and now kind of like another alternative if you are like anti-toe showing. Sometimes like, you know, who can like maintain like their pedicure to the T like day in and day out, right? So for those days, do a full mule that covers your toes. Stuart Weitzman has gorgeous ones. If you want another kind of shoe like that, this is a great one by QUINCE. It's a bestseller. It's super comfortable. It comes in 3 different colors. Number 5, out of style, Espadrilles. Now, I'm just the messenger here. If you watch my channel, you know that I do not shun Espadrilles. And as a matter of fact, as much as I cover trends, as much as I'm obsessed with them, like I'm looking for them every single day, I also decide to do what's out of style very often. This is about personal preference. And for me, espadrilles, I love the texture. I love that they're usually a wedge, which are girls' best friend because they provide the height, the comfort, and that stability. And you know what? We are having the last laugh here because some best sellers that you have been loving and buying from my links, which is where I get all of my data from, are these by Sezane that are legitimate espadrilles. And they come in a few different colors, including a pop of red, which has been very popular. Great way to do Parisian style and wear red like a French girl. We're having the last laugh here. Everyone's saying they're out of style. Let me know what you think. Instead of what we're seeing more of, not just like editorially on Pinterest and all over our feeds, but actually when you go shopping on websites and in store, is you're seeing the wedge flip-flops again. And so the good news is that they're wedges, and there's some really cute ones actually, including these phenomenally priced ones by The Gap, which, I mean, can you get a better price than this? Also, if you want to spend a little bit more, or you just want a really great array of colors, Reformation has really gorgeous picks. I fell in love with the red ones. I don't know why I've been in a red shoe mode. Next one is round toe ballerinas, which, yes, I agree. They do feel a little tight, a little tired. I have a couple of them. Am I still wearing them? Yes, absolutely. Maybe it's time to look around and see, is there anything else that looks elegant, classic, old money, all the things? And the answer is yes, more ballerinas, but different. What's replacing the round toe ballerina? Very soft, like buttery type of fabric, also with a heel or with a longer vamp, kind of a V shape. The first time I saw this was at Bergdorf Goodman's in New York for Fashion Week, where there was like a whole shelf full of the rose slippers, so soft and I don't know, soft and drapey that I thought, how is this going to support your foot? It reminded me of my Capezio ballet slippers from back in the day that were like $60 versus like $800. But in any case, this is what is very much out there and people are making iterations of it, even if they're not $880. Margot and Quince have a really nice pair of the ballerinas with a little bit more of a pump and heel, which is also something we've been seeing, and I don't mind it. I'm only 5'4". I'm always looking to just get a little bit more height. So I would love a pair of ballerinas with a little bit of heel. The next thing that's out of style are chunky loafers. And I feel like we've been hearing this a lot. I even struggle with wearing super chunky loafers in the fall, winter, but especially in the spring, summer, where your outfits are a little bit more diminutive and flowy. It just doesn't quite go with it. So fine, you got me there. Instead, what's in style is clogs. Yep, clogs have really held their ground. I feel like they've been in style since 2024, since the Chloe show. Then you can't do the Chloe clogs, then there's always really great alternatives. My current favorite ones that I would recommend are the Sezane ones that are actually really affordable, beautifully made. They look very Jane Birkin inspired and are kind of like the perfect combination of slight fisherman, which is also a trend, and that nice wooden clog. The next shoe that's out of style are the boat shoes. And I feel like this is highly hypocritical because I feel like everybody is saying that, but then they're also saying that moccasins are very much in style. And look, if you have a yacht or you live in the Cape or you just like that kind of boating lifestyle or you're just more active and outdoorsy, I don't know why you would ever stop wearing either boat shoes or moccasins. They're just functional and they're summer loafers, if you will. Like really, that's what it comes down to. They are summer loafers. So I think that they make a lot of sense. Instead, however, staying marine and we're staying on the boat, they're fisherman sandals, okay? And I actually don't have a pair of these, and I don't think I've ever had a pair of these. I think they look really pretty and European as well as coastal. So all the summer goodness. Quince has a really beautiful pair. Anthropologie, Jenny Kane, if you want to spend more money, gorgeous. So you can also choose to get them in a little bit of a heel or completely flat. I would say the most similar to the boat shoes that editors are saying are just like so last year, you know? What if you have a yacht? Like, what are you gonna wear? Those like flip-flop, heels? I don't think so. Number 9, out of style, mesh flats. Yes, mesh flats, I mean, okay, let's just be honest. They were overdone, overdone. And I think that anytime that I see them now, I just think so much of like that 2024 summer that I can't like I can't get myself out of there. It's almost like the Gucci belt where I still love mine, I have it, but like if I don't wear it because I feel like I'm just so stuck in 2018. You love them and you have them, all those things, then wear them, right? But if you're looking for some other kind of shoe that has a different type of relevant vibe, then you want a woven flat. Really gorgeous ones by Margot, Sezane again, and more affordable brands like Abercrombie and Fitch. Something for everyone. Didn't have a total parallel of what's out of style to what's in style, but I'll just give you a little bonus trend that is very much in style, and that is the jelly sandal, which I left to the end because all I think of when I see this, and maybe I'm dead wrong, but like all I can think of is wearing them in the 80s and having my feet be soaking wet. My feet would get so sweaty. So I can't get past that. However, are they trendy? Yes, everybody has them. All the cool kids are doing it, and they have them including in the different iteration, like the flip-flop with the heel and the mule wedge and the fisherman sandals with the jelly, so you can like overlap. You can have a shoe trend on your body to the nth power if you want to with the jelly substance. So let me know what you think about all of these. It's all really good and good fun, and bring our fashion passion to life in these conversations and to dig to see what is happening, not just editorially and on the runway, but like what are brands selling, and always fascinating to see what you're buying. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out the pieces that you've been loving. I'll see you there. And if you learned something today, make sure to hit the subscribe button.